Hello everyone and welcome to the Minecraft Mod Showcase. Today I will be showcasing Waystones in 1.16.1. Waystones is a mod that allows you to teleport throughout the world in survival mode via different stone statues. So without further ado, let's get into the showcase. So to get into the Waystones mod is pretty simple. All you need is a couple of Waystones. And there are three different types of Waystones. There's the normal Waystone, mossy Waystone, and the sandy Waystone. All of these are the exact same, they just have different textures. So the recipe for all of these are pretty simple. You just need 3 obsidian and 3 stone bricks for the normal one, 3 mossy cobble for the mossy one, and 3 sandstone for the sandy one. And all of these will require a warp stone in the middle, and the warp stone is crafted with 4 purple dye, 4 ender pearls, and 1 emerald. So after you've done that, you need at least 2 waystones for this to work, and just plop the waystones down wherever you want to teleport to and from, and just right click them, and you can see in the chat that it says activated waystone, and then there's the randomly generated name that the waystones are given. But you can shift right click them just to rename them to anything really, and you just name this one to 1, and then we can shift right click this one, and we can just name it to 2. And so just the teleport's pretty easy. Just right click, and you can see I've got these other waystones set up. But you can see here we've got 1 and 2 because its current location at the top says 1, and it won't let you teleport to yourself because that makes no sense. So you can see you can just teleport to 2 and instantly teleport with the nice teleportation sounds. And the waystones, they're pretty flexible. You can teleport to any dimension. So you can see here that I've got a nether island, which is in the nether. In survival mode, it will require XP to teleport there. But you can see I can just teleport here to the nether, and I can teleport back to the showcase. And it doesn't matter who placed down the waystone, as long as you've right-clicked it and activated it, you can teleport to it. But it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to, like, only stone waystones can teleport to it. Stone waystones, it can be anything. So you can see here, I've just got this next tab, and you can see I've got a sandstone pyramid I made, and I just put a sandy waystone at the top. And this sandy waystone, I also made a little mossy pond, and you can see here, we've got a little mossy pond, and yeah. So it doesn't matter what the material is purely aesthetic. We'll go back to the showcase. So Waystones also adds a couple other items. So there's the scrolls and obviously the warpstone I showed you earlier, but we'll talk more about that later. So there's 3 different scrolls. There's the bound scroll, the warp scroll, and the return scroll. So the recipe for all these are just for the bound scroll, it's just 3 paper, 2 gold ink nuggets, 1 ender pearl, and 3 purple dye. That'll make you 3 bound scrolls. And then for the warp scroll, it's just 3 paper, 4 gold nuggets, 1 purple dye, and 1 ender pearl. And for the return scroll, it is just 3 paper, 2 gold, and 1 purple dye. So all these scrolls are one use. And I'll first talk about the bound scroll. And the bound scroll will allow you to teleport to any waystone by just right clicking it. You can see here, scroll bound to 1. And you can like hover over it, it says bound to 1 as well. So say if I'm out adventuring and I want to go home now, but I don't have an active waystone nearby, so I can just hold down the bound scroll, and it'll like, zoom in my screen, and then teleports me to the scroll button. So another thing is because I'm in creative mode, it doesn't get used up, but if you're in survival mode, the scrolls will get used up when you use them. So next I'll talk about the return scroll. The return scroll is pretty simple. It's similar to the bound scroll, but it will teleport you to the last waystone you teleported to. So say I teleport to 2, and I can just go with the return scroll. It says now bound. That's not right. Why is it saying that? That's peculiar. Why is it saying that? That's it. Okay, now it's another glitch. Anyway, so if I just go away now, it will bind to the last thing I teleported to, and I can just go back. And yep, back at. Okay, whatever. I'm back here. Anyway, so the last scroll I'm going to talk about is the warp scroll. The warp scroll is basically like kind of the best scroll you want to craft. If you want to craft any scroll, probably the warp scroll, but it is the most expensive as well with this recipe. But so the warp scroll will basically, it's kind of like a little portable waystone, and you're basically able to teleport to any waystone with this scroll. So say I'm over exploring and then I want to go back. If I just hold right click with this, it will open up the little waystone menu where I can teleport to any waystone I want. So I want to teleport to my showcase, and yeah, take them back here. So next I'm going to talk about the warpstone. So the warpstone is used for crafting waystones, but it also has another use. It is like it does the same thing as a warp scroll, but it's also reusable. So you can see if I hold right click, it'll do this, and I can teleport to anything, any of my waystones. But you can see it has a little bar under it now. It says the cooldown, and by default it's 300 seconds, but that can all be changed in the config. That's the same for the XP consumption. You can choose for it to consume XP on certain travels and stuff. But anyway, so that's it for the Waystone mod showcase. I'll leave a link in the description to the mod page as always. And I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did. And I'll see you all later. Bye!